I 100% agree with you. I think you are correct that we've already passed the first seal. I recorded this entire video once and somebody deleted my audio. I wonder who. But anyway, I'm going to show you some more of my PowerPoint from yesterday to show you. I made this PowerPoint a couple years ago. And here we go. Coronavirus was the first horseman. Then I saw the Lamb break open the first of the 7 seals, and I heard one of the 4 living creatures say in a voice that sounded like thunder, "Come." I looked, and there was a white horse. Its rider held a bow, and he was given a crown. He rode out as a conqueror to conquer. I believe this started on March 11th in 2020 when the WHO declared a pandemic. Here was the timeline I made at the time. Of course, I was totally wrong. There's a magazine cover with the white horse from that year. That was actually July of 2019. The bow is a sharp tool that pierces. Could be the needle. I don't know. And also, I wanted to say, I think that the tribulation is actually 14 years. 7 years of the Great Tribulation and 7 years of, 7 years of the tribulation and then 7 years of the Great Tribulation, which we are about to enter. In my opinion, this is my opinion, TikTok. The second horseman. Then the Lamb broke open the second seal, and I heard the second living creature say, "Come." And another horse came out, a red one. Its rider was given the power to bring war on the earth, so that people should kill each other. He was given a large sword. And here is the magazine cover from that year. This is on February 24th of 2022. Russia launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine. The NATO alliance has been defending Ukraine in the war and supplying them with many weapons. This turned into World War II. And this is probably why they took my sound off, because I said this. Oop, I touched the screen. This thing underneath where it says "War the Second Horseman," that is why the war started. Our news won't tell you that, but that is why the war started. And this magazine cover is from July of 2022, and that is Miss Beyonce, the queen of the witches. And I personally believe this could be the beginning of the Gog-Magog war from the Bible. Now, I do think that this is going to turn into a much larger war as the Great Tribulation begins. And here is my opinion of the third horseman. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, "Come and see." And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, "A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine." So this was the systematic destruction of the food supply. And starting in 2021 and 2022, there were thousands in 1 year of food plants that burned down. I have a printed out list of them all because I knew they would get deleted off the internet. Here are some magazine covers from that year. This is January 22, and this was in the winter later in the year of 2022. There were turkey processing plants that shut down, Mondelez, big food processing plant closed, Tyson closing a bunch of their plants, Smithfield closing farms, cyber attack on food giant Dole temporarily shut down North American production, but millions of animals were culled this year for their virus. Those are my air quotes, okay? And now we're seeing the repercussions of this is that the cost of food is at astronomical right now. I mean, I could barely afford to buy food. And here is the 4th seal, and I don't know if he's been released or not, in my opinion, TikTok, but I do think he was released. I think it's going to take a while for this to really happen. And when he had opened the 4th seal, I heard the voice of the 4th beast say, "Come and see." And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. And in Greek, that word, which this was originally written in Greek, pale means like a gangrene color. They translated it pale, but it means like sick. He's sick looking. And his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the 4th part of the earth, to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. So the 3 previous horsemen who were released those things will start to affect the people to the point of death at this point. So the food supply, the the first one, I don't want to say it, the crown virus, and war are going to start to have severe implications for the world. And I'm not going to say any of these things that I have written here, but feel free to screenshot and read them. There were so many articles this year. If you would only have looked, but look at this chart. And this was, I believe, 20. Oh, this has all the different years. This has from 2001 and 2021 sudden, you know what, unalivements. For you yourselves know that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say, Peace and safety, then the suddenly destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So I had wrote this. This was last year around this time. They had a meeting in the UN, the 7-year covenant confirmed with many, and he shall confirm a covenant with many for 7 years. And in the midst of the time, he shall cause the sacrifice and the offerings to cease. And for the overspreading of abominations, he shall make desolate, even until the consummation. And that determined he shall be poured upon the desolate. So this is about him confirming a covenant with many for 7 years. And the United Nations General Assembly was last year in 2023, heads of state and government will gather at the United Nations headquarters in New York to review the implementation of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. And if you look at these goals, friends, they are communist. We are in big trouble. This video that I took this photo from is from a channel on YouTube called God's Roadmap to the End, Countdown to the Rapture Date, Will You Be Left Behind? I suggest you go watch it. It's absolutely eye-opening. Of course, the dates are wrong, but like I said, I believe we're in a 14-year tribulation. So take this, and God called me, woke me up in 2020 to be a watchwoman. And I know somebody made a comment that I'm very much doom and gloom, but that's what God called me to do. He called me to wake up my brothers and sisters. We all were sleeping to what is going on in our world. It's time we wake up. It's time that we wake up. Okay, guys, this will happen here. This is going to happen in our country. I've been dreaming about this, started having dreams about war in our country. This is just a dream, TikTok. It's not real. Back in like 2010, that's when he started trying to wake me up. It took that long to wake me up. That's why I'm trying to wake you guys. So I hope you have a great day. I hope you take to heart what I said and not only start, putting away some stuff for your family, but please pick up that good book. Please start reading it. Even if you just do one chapter a day, you don't have to do the whole book. Each book has many chapters in it. Read one chapter. Read one chapter. Start with the words of Jesus. That's the best place to start because it is a guide for living. And I hope God blesses you today. Have a great day.